As you know, today we are with Carmela. Carmela is an English teacher, and she also organizes tours in English around the city of Cordoba and also in Altagracia. Well, then Carmela will tell you a little bit about what she does, okay? So today we are going to listen to her, and you can get to know about the city, the historic part of the city. She is going to tell us about all the most important landmarks in the historic part of Cordoba, yes? So Carmela, I give you the floor so you can start your presentation.
Okay, well, thank you very much. And I usually give the tour to Colegio Alemán in English in the city. Of course, this year we cannot do it, but no problem. We're going to do it online. And I would like to say welcome to the historic city, que es el casco histórico de la ciudad. Welcome to the Jesuit block, la manzana jesuítica. And welcome to the new city, Nueva Córdoba. This presentation is very important because it is to know the city and many places that, yes, we know the cathedral, but how much do we know about the cathedral and the Jesuit block? So welcome. To know the history of Córdoba is to know your history also. So I am very, very happy, yes, to be here sharing Córdoba. And of course, feel free to ask me questions. I'm going to finish and say, have you got any questions? Yes. So let's start with the beginning. Of course, we had the Comechingones living in the area, the name of the natives, and the Spanish who arrived. And question number one is, anybody here knows who founded Cordoba? You can do it on the chat. Do you remember? Was it Jerónimo Luis de Cabrera? Okay. And anybody remembers when did he found the city of Cordoba? Was it in 1810? Was it in 1492? Was it in 1573? Anybody knows?
1492.
Okay, we'll see. We'll see. Thank you very much for participating. 1810? No, that was, remember, the first local government, el primer gobierno patrio. 1492. What happens there? It was Christopher Columbus, remember, coming into America. Ah, good. So in the year 1573, Jerónimo Luis de Cabrera founded the city of Cordoba. Why Cordoba? Because his wife was from Cordoba in Spain. Okay? Jerónimo Luis de Cabrera made the coat of arms. We have one in yellow and one in red. Anybody knows the difference? La diferencia? Okay, good. The yellow one is the one about the city of Cordoba, and the red is about the province. And this is very important because a coat of arms, el escudo del Colegio Alemán, el escudo de Córdoba, identifies, nos identifica. So today, welcome to the city of Córdoba. Okay, so now we are in the city. This is the original planning, yes, of the city of Córdoba. Attention here, look at the squares. Can you see the squares here? Yes. And at the center, yes, we have the square, also la plaza. Opposite the square, we have got the cathedral and el Cabildo de Córdoba. So today we're going to start with the three very important places en el casco histórico de la ciudad. The City Council, que es el Cabildo, the Square, la Plaza, and the Cathedral. The three places were very important in colonial times. In colonial times when the Spanish were here. Why? Attention. The City Council, el Cabildo, was the political power in colonial times. The square was the social place, yes, in colonial times when the Spanish were here. And of course, the cathedral, la catedral, was the religious place, yes, in colonial times. The three places, very, very important. Okay, before we continue, have we got any question? ¿Me van entendiendo? ¿Sí? Cuando hablan, ¿me hacen así? Yes, are you understanding the English, Silvina? Okay, very good. So we are going to start with the square, que es la plaza. Look at la plaza now, Plaza San Martín, in the past. In the past, in colonial times, the square was for celebration, parties, the gatherings, yes, the bull fightings. The square was very important in colonial times. If somebody was guilty, yes, it was hanged. Where? In the square. All the celebrations. Remember, in colonial times, no Walmart, no Carrefour. So at the square in La Plaza, yes, was the center, yes, no telephone, no WhatsApp. So at the square was where the people, yes, got together. Now it is called Plaza San Martín, yes. I don't know if you have been there, and that's me. Last year, el año pasado, we went with Colegio Alemán to the square, and as you can see, yes, lots of people, and here was the book fair, la Feria del Libro. So the square, Plaza San Martín, now it's also very important, okay? So remember the square, la plaza, as the social place. The social place. Opposite the square, we have have we got any questions, Sophia, or some? Okay, good. We have got the cathedral, yes? So have you been to the cathedral? ¿Han estado en la catedral? You do like this. If you have never been to the cathedral, do like this. Yes, you have been to the cathedral. It's people from Córdoba. We're very proud, yes, and very happy, yes, to have this beautiful place. Next time you go to the Cathedral of Córdoba, pay attention to the floor. Yes, you are going to see the reflection of the cathedral on the floor. Yes, in all these buildings, you have the reflection, yes, of the cathedral on the floor. Again, yes, these are the students from Colegio Alemán inside the cathedral. What are we looking at? We are looking at the very big place inside, and I'm telling a little bit about the history. The Cathedral of Córdoba took 200 years, 200 años, en construirse. Why? Because the cathedral fell down many, many times, okay? So the cathedral is beautiful inside, okay? And as all the cathedrals, yes, it's in the shape of the Latin cross. Place number 3. I am going to look in the internet. Cabildo. Cabildo in English, there is no word for cabildo in English. Why? Because cabildo is a very Spanish institution. When the Spanish arrived in Peru, in Mexico, in Salta, yes, they had the religious place, a church, and also the political place, which is el cabildo. So cabildo is like a city council, un consejo de la ciudad. In the past, colonial times was for justice, elections, the meeting, the police station, and the prison, okay? So that was the city council in the past. Now, in the present, it's used for tangos, music, books, yes, book fairs, exhibition. There is a museum, yes. Have you ever been to the Cabildo? ¿Han estado alguna vez en el Cabildo? ¿Lo han visitado alguna vez? Anybody would like to say something? No? You've never been? Okay. No? Okay. So I really hope that when everything happens, we can go back to the city of Córdoba and look, yes, at the different places in a different way, okay? So next time you can go to the Cabildo and see, yes, here we have got the Cabildo, the cathedral, and the square nowadays, okay? Good. Have we got any questions or any comments?
No.
No? Okay. So we are ready to go to the second place, the second area. This is very near, yes, the city council. And this is the Jesuit block. Es la manzana jesuítica. When we speak about the Jesuit block, we speak about 3 places. La Compañía de Jesús, yes, church, the university, and Montserrat School. You know that I am a tourist guide, and when all the tourists from Germany, from Canada, from the United States, they come, this is a must. They always come to the Jesuit block. It is very, very important, and you are going to see why. It is so important that the UNESCO, yes, declared the Jesuit block World Heritage Site. Es patrimonio de la humanidad. Así de importante es. Yes? And here in Córdoba, we have this Jesuit block. Okay? We are going to see why the Jesuit block is so important. But before, we need to understand who are the Jesuits. Yes? The Jesuits, that's a priest. Yes, and a group of priests form an order. So the Jesuits are an order, yes, in yes, the Catholic Church. The Jesuits were very, very important in colonial times in Córdoba. There is a very famous Jesuit, yes, Pope Francisco. I am not going to ask, do you like him or not? No, but yes, you need to know that Pope Francisco, yes, is a Jesuit, a Jesuita. He was in Córdoba, yes, before he was the Pope, yes, and this is what, and he lived also in the Jesuit block. La Compañía de Jesús. ¿Les suena esta iglesia? ¿La han visto? Have you seen it? Yes? Okay. La Compañía de Jesús is the oldest church in Argentina. Okay? So whenever you go past, walking Obispo Trejo Street, you see this church, yes? And you're going to see Compañía de Jesús Church, the oldest in Argentina, built by the Jesuits. Inside, yes, this is one of my favorite churches because look at the altar, Yes, you have all the different saints from the Jesuits, yes, and again in the shape of a Latin cross, in forma de cruz latina. Pay attention. All these churches that are very, very old, yes, are from all in a Latin cross. Okay, so do you remember the Jesuit block? Yes, it was Compañía de Jesús, and next to Compañía de Jesús we have the University of Córdoba. Es el rectorado de la universidad. The students do not study now here. They study in Ciudad Universitaria, okay? So in the past, yes, this was where the students studied, okay? We have the statue of Obispo Trijo. They are in the street of Obispo Trijo. And again, the University of Córdoba is the oldest university in Argentina. So this presentation is about welcome to Córdoba and for us to know the importance, yes, that Córdoba was in the past. Okay, so the Jesuit block, La Manzana Jesuítica, with the church, yes, el rectorado, the university, and something important is that many students from different provinces come to Córdoba. They come to Córdoba to study, yes, at the National University of Córdoba. Yes? Okay? Place number 3, because we have the church, yes, the university, and Colegio Montserrat. Before I start with Colegio Montserrat, anybody knows how old is Colegio Alemán? Want to raise your hands? How old is Colegio Alemán?
120 años.
120, are you sure?
121.
121, and now in English, how do you say 121 in English?
121
years.
And 21, very good. So Colegio Alemán was founded in the year 1899, and it is 121. That's a very old school, especially in the area. I went to El Carmen school, and Carmen school is like 55, La Salle, yes, something. So Colegio Alemán is a very old school, okay? But Montserrat School was founded in the year 1687. So that is also very old. Yes, it is 300 years old. Sometimes we think that Colegio Alemán is very, very old, but think about Montserrat School. Now, because Montserrat School is a very old school, yes, many important people for the history of Córdoba and the history of Argentina studied at Montserrat School. For example, presidents, Vélez Sarsfield, who wrote the Civil Code. Remember Juan José Paso, Alberti, so all these people, yes, studied at Montserrat School, okay? Good. Colegio Alemán, of course, you studied German and English. And do you study English and German? Any other?
Yes.
Yes, okay. Colegio Montserrat, they studied Latin, 5 years of Latin, 3 years of Greek, yes, the griego, yes, Portuguese and English, or you choose from French, yes. So that is Montserrat School, yes. Do you know anybody who studied? ¿Conocen a alguien que estudió en el Colegio Montserrat?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Mi papá, my dad.
Yes, your father. And Did your father like Colegio Montserrat?
Yes.
Yes.
He and his friends,
Mhm.
they all went to the Montserrat school.
Okay, good. Yes, very good. So maybe now that we know more about the Jesuit block, we can ask questions, yes, about Jesuits, Colegio Montserrat. Okay, we're going to have a 1 minute reflection about Córdoba or questions. ¿Tienen alguna pregunta? Have you got any question about the historic city, el casco histórico, o la manzana jesuítica? Any question or any comment? ¿Algún comentario? Do you go sometimes to the city of Córdoba? ¿Ustedes van a la ciudad a veces o?
I used to.
Yes, okay.
Eso.
Sometimes, okay.
Ahora no salgo ni de mi casa, o sea,
No,
menos.
ahora por supuesto que no, y nadie vieron lo que es la ciudad ahora.
Sí, antes también, tipo, antes salía los fines de semana, pero no, sí, antes iba bastante.
Yes. So if you have the opportunity maybe to go back, we have beautiful museums and beautiful places. So now we're going to say goodbye to the historic city, el casco histórico, and the Jesuit block, la manzana jesuítica. But I want you to pay attention to the map, yes, of the city of Córdoba. All the Spanish and the colonial times were in this area. Remember?
Miss, can you
Yes.
help me with the computer?
Yes, en squares, como en cuadrados, ¿lo pueden ver? What happened to the city of Córdoba in the 1900s? En el 1900, the city, of course, started expanding. Okay? And we have a Nueva Córdoba. Why a Nueva Córdoba? Because the cathedral, the city council, and everything was in the colonial Córdoba. So in the 1900s, we have this area, yes, where we call La Nueva Córdoba. And look how different they are. The Spanish, yes, the Spanish was in squares, en cuadrados, como un damero, yes? And look, in La Nueva Córdoba, it's more like a French, es más francés. We have a boulevard, we have a park, el Parque Sarmiento, and now in Córdoba, en La Nueva Córdoba, I am going to speak about 3 places. Number 1, the Capuchins Church. Number 2, the Good Shepherd Complex, el Paseo del Buen Pastor, and number 3, el Palacio Ferreira. So, Capuchins Church, la iglesia de los capuchinos. Have you been there? ¿Han estado adentro? Do you know it? So the question here is yes or no. Is this church, the Capuchins Church, very, very old?
Yes.
You're going to answer yes or no.
Yes.
What do you say? Yes? Remember, Capuchins Church in Nueva Córdoba. In Nueva Córdoba. No, it is not very, very old, yes? Why not? Because this church was built in 1930. So many times the tourists go, and because of the style, el estilo neogótico, yes, the neo-Gothic style, oh, look at Capuchin's church, photograph. This is a very old church. But no, the old churches, the very, very old churches in Córdoba are the Cathedral, Compañía de Jesús, the Franciscans, yes? So next time you see the Capuchins church, you know that the style, el estilo neogótico, yes, may think it's very, very old, but no, look at that. It's from 1930, yes? And remember, it is in Nueva Córdoba. Next time you go and see, oops, pay attention to the details, a los detalles. Yes, you have all these different images of the 12 apostles, the atlases, yes, about, yes, the Capuchins church. Okay? Have we got any questions? ¿Alguna pregunta sobre los capuchinos? No? Okay, so maybe I have got a question. Look at this. Look at the church. Can you see the church? It has got two towers. Can you see the two towers here? But
Yes.
it has got only one spire. Look at this. Yes, here. Do you know why? If we pay attention to the church, it has got two towers, but only one spire. Yes, okay, Sofía.
Me había dicho mi papá, me parece que fue porque habían bombardeado, me parece, o un avión le había tirado, bueno, no sé, le habían tirado a esa torre y no la, porque antes habían dos torres y no la construyeron de vuelta. Creo que fue así.
Okay, do we have any other, thank you, Sofía. Do we have any other theory, algún otro cuento, alguna otra historia? Okay, do you want to know the answer? Yes, okay.
Yes.
Yes. Some people look at Capuchin's church and they say, oh, maybe it is not finished. Or another story is, as Sofía said, that a plane, yes, fell down. It fell down because of the plane, or they didn't have money. But no, I'm going to tell you now the answer. So next time you go and you see the church, you know that Capuchin's church is finished, is completed like that. Augusto Ferrari, the architect, finished Capuchin's church like that. And the symbol is that the spire, yes, represents the soul. The soul es el alma, the soul that goes to heaven, okay? And the other, no spire here, represents the body or the matter, la materia, yes, in the world. So the dual things in the Catholic Church. So attention here. Now you know that Capuchin's church, it is not very, very old, yes, and it has a lot of symbols, and the name is Capuchins. Do you know why it's called Capuchins? ¿Por qué se llama capuchinos? They drink cappuccino? No. Cappuccino? Okay, good. Capuchin's church is because the monks, los monjes, they wear a capucha, okay? Una capucha, that's why the Capuchin's church, okay? Good. So we are going to say goodbye to Capuchin's church, and look, this is the Good Shepherd, el buen pastor. Buen pastor in English is called the Good Shepherd. And as you can see, at the back of the Good Shepherd, we have the Capuchin's church. Okay, good. Any questions? Sophia, you wanted to make a, yes.
Was that a prison?
Yes. I was going to say that, yes. Look, this is for Sophia, and for all of you, yes? But Sophia, this is the answer. In the past, until the year 2000, el año 2000, all the Good Shepherd was the women's prison. Okay, so this is a photograph of maybe 1998 where you walk and all surrounded, yes, was the Good Shepherd. Look at this photograph of when the Good Shepherd complex was a prison in the past. Look, it is all surrounded with very high walls because this was the prison. Here we have the church, the chapel, la capilla del Buen Pastor. Okay, here of course we have the Capuchins Church. Yes? And remember I was telling you about Nueva Córdoba. The three places here are in Nueva Córdoba because they're very different from el casco histórico. Remember in squares? Yes? So look at the difference. But this was until the year 2000. Yes, they moved all the prisoners, all the women, yes, the prisoners to another place far away from the city. And now the Good Shepherd complex, yes, is the opposite. In the past, yes, remember, was a very close place, the prison. Now, yes, from the year 2007, it's an open place. We have the water fountains, the happy hours, the meeting place, people talking the guitar and, you know, playing music and doing all the arts exhibitions. I have got a question. Have you ever been to the Good Shepherd? ¿Han estado en el Paseo del Buen Pastor? ¿Alguien ha estado? Yes?
Yes.
Yes. What did you do there? Who is there? Fausto?
Yes.
Okay, Fausto, why did you go there to El Buen Pastor?
I went with a friend to a event of como de juegos, no me acuerdo de qué era medio raro.
Okay, to the game. Yes, but as Fausto is saying, nowadays, El Buen Pastor is used for games, concerts, yes, if you listen, and now you remember that in the past, yes, that place, yes, the Good Shepherd was the women's prison. Okay, good. Anybody else have been to the Good Shepherd complex? ¿Alguien más ha estado en El Buen Pastor? Yes, okay, good. Excellent. So now we are going to move to our last place. Yes. So in Nueva Córdoba, we visited Capuchinos. Yes. We visited the Good Shepherd complex, El Paseo del Buen Pastor. And now we are going to go to Ferreira Palace Museum of Fine Arts, El Palacio Ferreira. So now again, the question is, have you been there? ¿Han estado alguna vez ahí? ¿Lo han visitado? No? Okay. Nobody has visited, okay? So listen, when everything, yes, is open again, please, we have to go, yes? You go with your families on your own, or we go with the school, because the Ferreira Palace Museum is very nice. The house, the museum, but also all these paintings. Why is it called Ferreira Palace? Because the Ferreira family, yes, lived there in the past, okay? Look, in the past, attention here, yes, now it is a museum of arts, but in the past, these are the photograph of the bedroom, the winter garden where the Ferreira family, yes, the women sat down and had a good time, and the dining room. Now, attention here. These are the photographs of the Ferreira Palace in the past when the Ferreira family lived there. Yes? if you visit the Ferreira family palace now, you are going to see different kind of paintings. Some of the paintings are permanent and some they rotate, yes? So look at number 1, Naturaleza Muerta, the still life, Naturaleza Muerta. Number 2, El Entierro en la Aldea de Carafa, yes? Number 3, yes, we have landscapes, paisajes, portraits, look at number 4, yes, we have a portrait by Spilimbergo. Number 5, we have the dancers by Petoruti, and number 6, Los Impertinentes. Now, these are all the different paintings that are now at the museum, but I wanted to show the different kind, yes, the diferentes clases, yes, de pinturas, of paintings that we have now, yes, at the Ferreira Palace Museum. Look at these paintings. Have you got a favorite one? Have you got a painting that you kind of like? Which is your favorite now? Which number? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6? Come on.
I like number 1.
Yes. Okay. Who is that they are talking? Okay. Number 1. Do you like painting? Do you like to paint? ¿Te gusta pintar?
Yes, I like to paint.
Yes. Okay. Do you remember how to say in English naturaleza muerta?
Dead nature.
Yes, that nature. Yes. Now, in paintings we have still life. La palabra still life, que son naturalezas muertas, where we can see the big objects, yes, like flowers and tables and things at the front. Yes. So this is typical of still life. Okay. Good. Any other favorite painting here? Or any comment about a painting that you don't like here? Good. So we have got here again, but maybe next year, Silvina, can you see yourself here?
That was 4, because these students are in sixth year now. So it must be 4 years ago.
Okay.
We were with Anita. Yes, Anita, the language teacher.
Yes. I wanted to show this picture because this can be you, yes, in next year, in 2 years, yes. Silvina, now that we're speaking, would you like to make any comment or any questions that you have? I love questions. No question?
Yeah. Sorry.
Yes. Okay, good. Listen, when you visit the Ferreira Palace, they usually tell you know, how was the Ferreira Palace in the past. Yes, in the past, this was the family house of the Ferreira family, who were very wealthy, yes, because they had canteras de cal, malagueño, yes, on the way to Carlos Paz. So they have the lime quarries, yes, and there they built the house in a typical French style, okay? So why French style? Because this was the tendency, this was the fashion, yes, in the city of Córdoba, and also in the buildings, in los edificios, yes, of Nueva Córdoba. So attention here, next time you go to the city of Córdoba, to La Nueva Córdoba, pay attention to the buildings, a los edificios, a las casas, because Nueva Córdoba was prepared, yes, for the wealthy families of, yes, that Córdoba, okay? And now the Ferreira Palace, not this year, of course, yes, it is a museum, yes, of art, where you can see different paintings from Cordoba, painters from Cordoba, Argentina, yes, and there are some international paintings.
Sorry,
Okay?
Carmela.
Yes.
Sorry, Carmela. When did it become a museum?
In the year, as you can see, most of them are in the year 2000. In the year 2007, it opened, yes, as a museum. Yes, so 3 years ago, they celebrated the 10 years of the museum. Yes, and with different paintings and different exhibitions. Yes, for the 10 years of the museum. So in the year 2007, yes, it opened as a museum. But of course, Martin Ferreira and his wife, they built the house, the family house, in the year 1912, 1917. Yes, that's when they had the house, yes, of the museum. And most of the museums are open every day, yes, except for Mondays, yes. So you can go and just visit this French-style museum. Yes. For people from Cordoba, yes, we are very happy and proud to have this place, this museum. Okay, good. Any other question? Good. So this is how we look to the Ferreira Palace from outside. This was the balcony where the family lived, yes, and this was the family house. And at the moment, of course, we have, yes, it is closed, but you know, when it opens again, we are going to go back. Why? I want to say, yes, that this today was a virtual visit to the city of Cordoba, the historic city, the Jesuit block, and Nueva Cordoba. But please, yes, I really hope, yes, that next time, yes, we can go and visit and enjoy, yes, this very important city, yes, of Cordoba. Good. Okay, Silvina and students. I don't know if you want to have a group picture, or please, if you have got any comment, algún comentario, alguna pregunta, les ha gustado.
Okay, do you want to ask Carmela something? Carmela knows a lot about all this, okay? So we can take advantage of this and you can ask her a question. Was there something that you didn't understand and that you would like to ask her as regards the historic part, Nueva Córdoba, or?
No, I don't have any questions.
You don't have questions? Okay, what was the thing that surprised you most of all the things that Carmela told us?
I think that the cappuccinos.
Okay.
Surprised with that.
Okay, the Capuchinos Church. Okay, what is, Carmela, what is the name exactly of the church?
Yes,
Because
the official name is called the Sacred Heart. Sacred Heart. This is the heart, El Sagrado Corazón, yes, in the area of Nueva Córdoba. But we all know it as the Capuchins Church. If when you enter, you are going to see some photographs of some Capuchins wearing a brown robe. Robe es como una túnica, and pay attention to at the back, la capucha, yes? And the Capuchins Church was very important, especially 20 years ago, because there was a priest, el Padre Carmelo. I don't know if you remember, Silvina, Padre Carmelo. Ahí está, Fabiana. That he was talking, he had un movimiento juvenil, la Ateneo Juventus, yes, because Padre Carmelo was looking that people were smoking and some were in drugs or were not. So there was a big movement, yes, for the young people in Los Capuchinos. And this was like around maybe 20 years or 30 years ago. yes, because of course the cities, the neighborhoods change all the time, yes. So 20 years ago, los capuchinos and the movements was very, very important. My favorite places sometimes are here, the Jesuit block, yes, because of the importance that the University of Córdoba and the church has for the history, yes. We have La Reforma Universitaria, we have all the natives and all the people studying education, and Córdoba la docta, okay? So as Silvina was saying, have you got any particular place that you really, really like? In my case, when I enter the museum of the Jesuit, yes, it's for me like, wow, there is so much history there, yes, okay, good. Fabiana estaba haciendo ahí como que sí.
Fabi,
She cannot speak, the microphone, she has a problem.
Yes, she has problem with her microphone.
Yes.
Sophie, do you have a question? Sophie is the other teacher, Carmela. Sorry that I didn't introduce them at the beginning.
That's okay.
That's fine.
Yes.
No, I think it was wonderful. Very interesting.
Okay, good.
Many
I'm
things that I
happy.
didn't know.
Yes. Yes. And of course, these are triggers. You know what I mean of triggers? Disparadores. Because I talked, very quickly about Jerónimo de Cabrera, los Comechingones, la Catedral, the Cathedral, the City Councilor, the Jesuits, and everything. But maybe, yes, then there's so much, of course, information about these places or the history of these places, yes, on the internet or photographs or everything. So if you're curious, yes, we can learn so much about our history, yes, your history, yes, and our buildings, yes. Okay, so book fair. Silvina, do we have the book fair now?
Yes. This year is going to be a very special week for us because it's our book fair and our culture fair, or our culture week, let's say. Yeah. So they are going, this is the first event, and then they are going to participate in different events. Do you have anything for today? Apart from this, for second year, do you have any other event, any other activity? Do you know? The students, do you know about the event for this week? For today, I mean Monday?
No, I think we don't have another event like this.
You don't have another event today. Okay, so you will have during the whole week, all right? So I hope that as a beginning, you can, now you know something else about Córdoba. You know a lot after this presentation. So whenever you go to downtown, to the city, you can visit this place and you will see all the things that Carmela told you, okay? You will be able to see, to visit the Cabildo, the Cathedral, yes, Nueva Córdoba. You can go to the Palacio Ferreira, okay? Yes? Okay. So thank you very much, Carmela. I don't know.
Thank you, yes.
Sorry?
No, thank you, yes. It's like I thank students for paying attention and and thank you, yes, teachers, yes, for being there.
Okay. Thank you very much, students too. Okay, and now we will have to get ready for the second presentation. So Carmela, if you want to drink some water, I imagine that you are thirsty after talking so much.
I really want to make sure that I'm logging in well in the next presentation.
Okay, yes.
Okay, so thank you very, very much, and I hope to see you next time touring, yes, the city of Córdoba.
Not virtually.
Okay, good, excellent. Bye-bye.